Hello and welcome to my spell research video for Ultimate Skyrim. Um, I'm Wayward Stroge, and today I'm going to be going through how to make a spell book, how to research spells, how to craft spells, how to craft tomes, and what the purposes of an alembic and a cauldron are. So, to do this video, I resurrected an old character. This is my second character I ever created in Ultimate Skyrim. She was a pure Altmer mage and had the alchemist in the wood start. And I spent my days exploring and studying magic with spell research. And it was on this character that I learned how to do spell research, so I figured it would be best to do this video on her. She actually never died. I just stopped playing her because I started recording videos. So you can see here I'm in Whiterun at the little camp where the bandits are. I have my tent set up over there. I have some boxes with stuff over there, and I have my cauldron over there. So she was pretty well set up. So when you want to start with spell research, first thing you need to do is know magic, obviously. Second thing you need is a research journal. So to get a research journal, you'll need 1 leather and 3 rolls of paper. And you can come to a tanning rack, and you'll go to this miscellaneous, and it's right there at the bottom, research journal. You'll make one of those, and suddenly you'll have it. So to use it, you'll go into your main menu, not your main menu, your inventory, and you can click on it, and it'll use the item, and this menu will appear. Alternatively, you can use a hotkey. I use minus. So, let's say you're level 1, you want to do spell research. You pick Restoration. And from that, you get Healing Aura. So you equip your Healing Aura, and you want to start researching. So, first thing you do is you analyze your spells. And when you analyze your spells, this menu comes up. And this menu tells you the level, which is Novice, and all the archetypes, which are Fire and Forget, Restoration, Health, Self-Targeting, Cloaking, and Curing. So, when you research this spell, you will get experience in each one of those archetypes. If you wanted to make this spell, you would need to have experience in these archetypes, and then have the theses for these archetypes. I'll go into that later. Now, to actually research the spell, you'll go to Begin Research right here. So you need to have the spell equipped in your right hand, and you need to have enough magicka to do it. Or mental energy is what they use. The longer you study, the more your magicka will be debuffed. Once your magicka is at 0, you cannot study anymore and you have to sleep. And this character is level 18, an Altmer, and has the Mage Stone, so I don't ever have to worry about running out of magicka when researching. But if you have something with low magicka, especially like a Khajiit or an Orc that has, I think they start with like 80 magicka, then you might only be able to research for like 6 hours or so. This character could probably go for 2 days or something. So, it says wait until you get your notes together, and now that you've got your notes together, you can start researching. So, when you click Begin Research, it provides a debuff right here called Researching, which lowers your magicka by 50 points. And there's 2 ways you can actually research a spell. First is having researching activated, and then casting the spell. This is obviously really bad for low-level characters, because if you have starting 80 magicka and you lose 50, well, you're pretty much SOL, aren't you? The other way is through this perform research function. And what this does is it lets you choose how long you want to spend researching a spell. And you can choose between 1 hour or then sets of 3 hours. And if you choose something more than 3 hours, it'll go for 3 hours. It'll pass 3 hours at a time. Unless you run out of magicka, then it'll just stop you immediately. So you click there, and it goes. You write a little bit. 3 hours have passed. Obviously, you'll tend to be a little bit thirsty and a little bit hungry, so you might want to have plenty of food and drink on you. As you can see, I do. And a place to sleep nearby. I'm going to go ahead and... actually, I don't think I need to sleep. Do nothing. So, next. If you want to be done with it, you just click Stop Research, and that takes off the research debuff. And there you go. Now, let's say you want to get into crafting spells, right? To craft spells, you need to write theses. I have a lot of theses in one of these crates. I forgot to pull it out. There's my limpet. I didn't mean to pull it out. Okay, anyway, moving on. This is about the second time I've done this video. The first time I was stuttering a lot. And I didn't prepare as well for this time. But here we go. So, you want to craft a spell. You're going to need theses. Now that I pull out the Alembic, it gives you the choice for the Alembic or the research journal. So your research yields experience. And you can check your experience by going to the Spell Research MCM under Experience. And you'll be able to see, like here, my restoration spells. You have different levels of experience. Novice, Apprentice, Adept, Expert, and Master for the different levels of spells. When you're studying a Novice spell, you get mostly Novice experience. But you'll also get a little bit of Apprentice, and I assume a little bit of Adept. I don't know. All I know for sure is that you get the experience for the level you're studying and a little bit of the level above. So, under the options here, you have the spellcrafting difficulty. The default is 3. With this difficulty, and making apprentice spells, and this also works, I think, for adept spells. As long as you have about 1,000 experience, you should be successful in making a spell. Now, you have plenty of experience from researching. You want to compose your theses. Let's say, so to compose a thesis, you need a quill, an inkwell, and rolls of paper. Ruined books also work as rolls of paper, and they can be converted between each other. They can be converted to rolls of paper, I think, at tanning racks. I'm pretty sure. So, when you open this menu, you'll see all the archetypes you've discovered. Me being a pure mage, and having used this a lot, I've discovered a lot. I still haven't discovered all of them. So, let's say you wanted to make, crap, what did I do last time? Last time I did something that, last time I recorded this, I created another spell. I can't remember what it was. Oh well. Oh, I remember what it was. So, let's say you want to create a spell. Let's say that you have this Spectral Hound right here, right? Or, I'll go with Skeletal Hero here. I know that I can create a spell for... I know there's more skeletons than just the 2 that I have unlocked. So, I want to create another one. I'm going to analyze the spell. And I see that it's Apprentice, Fire and Forget, Conjuration, Undead, Aimed, Location Targeting, Controlling, and Summoning. I should have written those down, but I will probably remember. I may end up repeating them a lot, because that's how I remember things. So, Fire and Forget, Conjuration, Undead, Aimed, Location Targeting, Controlling, and Summoning. So we come back to nothing, and we go to items. We check our apprentice level things. So we need... There's a Conjuration, we have that. We don't have a Fire and Forget. We have Location Targeting. And we have Undead. So, I'm going to check again, see what we need. We need Fire and Forget, Aimed, Controlling, and Summoning. Controlling and Summoning. I'm going to make sure I don't have those so I don't waste time. I do not. So, now we are going to compose theses. We needed an aimed thesis, and we make an apprentice level. I forgot to grab my inkwells here and my quills. I know the inkwells will eventually run out. I don't think the quills will though, but I always have multiple ones because they're easy to find. Compose thesis, aimed, apprentice. And it used up an inkwell, 2 rolls of paper, and 1 hour. It uses 1 roll of paper and half an hour per level of spell. So an apprentice used 2 rolls and 1 hour. We need controlling apprentice and summoning apprentice. So, it's getting late. We are going to sleep for 8 hours. Oh shit. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. And that, children, is the danger of sleeping out here. I got attacked by a gibbering lunatic. This isn't her. This is her. She was a werebear. Anyway, that's my fire runes that she ran around. Anyway, back to the fun stuff. So, we're going to go back to Research Journal. We're going to compose a spell. And we're going to we're going to put all the theses that we know that we need in there. So we're going to put an aimed, conjuration, controlling, location targeting, summoning, undead. Now, we're going to exit out of the menu, it'll write, and if the spell works, 6 hours will pass. Or sometimes if the spell is close, 6 hours will pass. There, you see it says summon skeletal archer, 6 hours have passed. I managed to get it right. If you don't have enough experience, but you have the right theses, 6 hours will pass, but you'll still fail to make the spell. If you do not have the right theses, it will say that you did not have, that you don't know how they will fit together. I'll show you that in a second here. So, if you read this, you'll notice that some of my theses were destroyed. You can look through and you can see my conjuration one was destroyed. My aimed one was destroyed. I think all of them were destroyed, actually. Sometimes they don't always get destroyed. Anyway, Anyway. So, let's say you don't have the right pieces. We're going to go to Compose Spell. We'll just Alteration, Area of Effect, Curing, Frost, Mortal. It doesn't work. But my other spell, you'll see that I now have my new spell there. And there's my Skeletal Archer. There's any brushes. I don't know why the ground is doing this. It's kind of annoying. Anyway. Yes, that's my guy. So that's making a spell. You can also compose scrolls. Once again, you need to have Magicka, paper, quill, and ink. And you'll write down a scroll in your hand. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work. I don't ever make scrolls, so I'm not sure why they work or why they don't sometimes. I think you can only do it with certain spells. I know that it works with Heal Self rank too. You can't. No. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Craft scroll. Use 2 of my ruined books and the Scroll of Fast Healing. And you can also do the same way. You can craft tomes. It uses more time, more books, but it makes the tome. I'm gonna take a quick sleep because this stuff takes forever to deal with sometimes. And sometimes when I'm on spell research benches, what I'll do is I will study for however long I can, sometimes 12 hours, sleep for 5, and keep going. That way. There's a fork there. Anyway. So that, I think, is the end of the spell research journal. A quick and easy way to make money early on is if you have restoration, create Healing Aura 1 tomes. Go to Markarth, give a coin to a beggar, which will give you the gift of charity, and take a fortified barter potion, and you will get an easy 2,000 gold. With Heal Self rank 2, it becomes 3,000 gold. So, that's what you can do with the Spell Research Journal. Spell Research also adds an item called an Alembic, which lets you decompose alchemical ingredients into solutions. For example, let's see, do we have anything with overlapping stuff? We do have two afflictions. Alright, we're gonna go with the Imp Stool. And it does that. Or you can do it with this Mountain Flower. I don't know if I even got the same stuff. I haven't done this as much as I have the other stuff, but I'm going to show you what you can do with it. So you can then take these things you've created and decompose it and learn about different spell archetypes. That's how you can learn new spell archetypes without knowing the spell. And how you can get experience with it without doing research. I'm gonna do one more just to show you. That was shields, which is good for like mage armor. Light, that's good for like candlelight. Anyway. You can also mix ingredients. I can't actually do it, but you can make you can take different ingredients and put it into an elixir. Like so. And then you can take those elixirs. Oh, wait, I already did that. And I'm pretty sure you can drink them and learn their effects. I've not done this very much, so I don't have any elixirs discovered. But I think that's what you can do. I saw something about fire salts. Oh, cool. That's an easy way to make fire frost salts and glow dust. Those are rare ingredients. I'm pretty sure you can also use this to mix weaker ingredients into stronger, or separate stronger ingredients into weaker. The cauldron does basically the same thing. The same basic thing as the alembic, where it can decompose items. But the alembic will only do one item at a time. The cauldron lets you do... Okay, I think it doesn't recognize juniper berries. Yeah, it doesn't recognize... It's the juniper berry. I actually took the imp stool and salt. In order to use a cauldron, you need to add fuel. The fuel is poisons or ingredients which have the weakness effect, such as decay poisons. Another thing you can use it for is breaking down enchanted items. Like, you'll come across things like Fascinating Goblet or Broken Shield, and they'll be in the miscellaneous section of your inventory. And you can disenchant them to learn stuff about things, or you can break them down in this cauldron and learn stuff. So yeah, and that's how the cauldron works. And sometimes it bugs out like this. I should fix it. Nope. Obviously, you can see that this does not have... There we go. It's not perfect, but it works better if you're in third person when you do these things. You're less likely to bug out like that. So there's one last thing I want to look into for you, and it is ancient texts. Sometimes you will come across these books in your adventures or things like that, and you can translate them. But in order to translate them, you need to have the translation. You can analyze the text, see what kind of stuff it is, and then look for a book that has similar writing that'll let you translate. If you don't have that, you cannot actually translate it, and it will destroy it, as you will see in a second here. Oh, cool. That didn't happen last time I did this. So, what actually happened here, last time I did this, it was like, oh, you can't make any sense of it, and it just destroyed it. Here, it says that, I increased my knowledge of the text's language immensely. So that's good. And it didn't destroy it either. That's good. Apparently there's a random aspect of that. But I don't have any magical items, otherwise I'd show you the disenchanting process for that. But all you do is you click on it, you click attempt disenchant, and it will let you choose one of the things you want to learn about. But that is just about everything that I know about spell research. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message on Reddit, ask them under this video. I'm on the Ultimate Skyrim Discord, you can ask me there. I have my name everywhere. You can come on and join my Twitch streams and ask me there, and I'll try to answer things. But that is all the time I have for today. I have to go and record a new character. Because my other one died, and I'm very sad about that. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you now can go and discover new and fun spells. I might suggest you using Apocalypse spells for even more spell-related fun. But that's all. Thank you.